Yo, Bracy Skills Clinics, man. Back with another video. Y'all know the routine, man. Like, comment, subscribe. You see what I'm rocking. You know, it's good times in San Antonio, man. So let's jump right into it. I haven't done a video since we have made that trade. Really, I can't even call it a trade, man. I don't know how Brian Wright pulled that off. I can't even call that a trade, man. Like, we got another pick swap. And we got Harrison Barnes, and we didn't have to give away anything. My thoughts on the trade, I love it. You know, I've been saying, you know, I love the Chris Paul move just for the veteran leadership, and Harrison Barnes is right up that alley. He's an actual champion. He was there at the start of the Warriors dynasty back in 2015. He was there until Kevin Durant came, obviously, and you know he was huge with the development in Sacramento. So you got to think, like, he's been in two places where he's seen the start of it. I mean, Dallas, if you want to count Dallas, you can, I guess. I think he was there with Luka. But really, I'm going to say with the Warriors and Sacramento, two young teams that had him, or Sacramento more so as a veteran. I mean, he was drafted by the Warriors. He came in. They all kind of came up together with the Warriors. But in Sacramento, he was there as one of the vets on that team, very young team, seeing that team come up. And I think Harrison Barnes is going to be fantastic for the Spurs, man. For one, he actually can play. He can still play. Okay, he's not that old. He's 32. Barnes can still be productive. He averaged 12 points a game last year for Sacramento. I can definitely see him averaging double figures for San Antonio. But just as a 3-and-D guy, locker room guy, I love the move, man. Love it. I love it. I'm also gonna say this because I know we've been seeing the trade rumors and stuff like that. Keldon Johnson, somebody I did not think would be on our roster going into the offseason. The fact that we've made two major moves, I'm gonna say, as far as acquiring veteran leadership in Chris Paul, Harrison Barnes, and to still have Keldon Johnson on our roster, I think is good. I know some Spurs fans are not huge Keldon fans, but look, man, I understand if we got to trade Keldon to get a superstar. I totally get it. But if there's not a move in place that makes sense for the Spurs financially or just roster-wise, make no mistake, I would love to see Keldon Johnson on this roster as a potential sixth man. Like, Keldon can play. He can bring it. He brings it every night. And I'm bringing his name up because, man, I know he's definitely going to probably come off the bench with Harrison Barnes there, but he's going to be fantastic, man. Keldon, it's just how you view certain players, right? Like, if I'm looking at Keldon to be our best player, leading scorer, second leading scorer, no offense to Keldon, but it could be, you know, team may or may not be that good, right? I mean, we've been through that with Keldon, right? As him as our best player. It's not a knock to Keldon. It's not saying he can't play. It just means that I do believe Keldon is really good. And if he has to come off the bench because we had a really good team, I think that means our team can compete for the playoffs, man. I'm going to say it. I think the Spurs are going to be in the playoffs next year, playing at the least. I truly believe that. I know some people are kind of like, how you guys add, Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes is not going to change a 60-loss team. You're somewhat right, but you got to pay attention to what's going on. Spurs fans know. Spurs fans that's been watching this team all year last year are going to understand this. A lot of those games we've lost were very, very close. Okay, very, very close. Okay, Wemby being on minute restriction also contributed to a lot of those losses, right? No minute restriction for Wemby, I think, gives us about 32 wins. Like, I think that's very realistic. Wemby minute restriction games he sat out, I think we get 10 more wins. Okay, so I don't think our record reflected our team last year. We were very competitive in a lot of games. We lost a lot of close games due to youth, due to minute restriction, whatever. When Wemby was on the floor last year, especially when he was on the floor with a capable point guard like Trey Jones, a lot of good things happened. So I don't think one should look at it like, oh, well, the Spurs went 22-60 and all they did was add an older version of Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes, and now fans think they're going to win 45 wins. No, it's not that. It's more of seeing how they played last year and how much a good point guard like Chris Paul would have helped in a lot of situations like those close games. How much a 3-and-D guy like Harrison Barnes, when you add shooting and defense, we were one of the worst defensive teams in the league last year, how much Harrison Barnes would have helped a lot of those games that we've lost. So it's more so looking at that, man. And Castle, dude, I don't care about how bad he shot last night. That dude is legit, man. He's going to be fantastic for us next year. Whether he starts, comes off, I don't care. Like, when he plays, a lot of good things are going to happen. I just see how high his basketball IQ, his high basketball IQ, and his pace. Castle's pace is elite, man. I don't want to speak too soon, but I do see a little bit of Shea in Castle. I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Shea, whatever, we don't know. But I'm saying his pace, the way he reads pick and rolls, and I guess this is the trainer and the coach in me, but the way he plays the game, the pace that he plays, very, very elite. Very, very elite. We got a good one. He's going to be really, really good. He's going to be really, really good. I'm giving the Spurs between 40 to 45 wins next year. Call me crazy. I don't care. Put it in the comment section. We can talk about it. We can chat about it. I think we're getting 40 to 45 wins next year. I really do. Even if we don't make another move this offseason, even if we say, you know what, we're rolling in training camp with this roster. I know I was sad to see Charles Bassey go, but I hope we can bring him back. I like Charles Bassey, man. I really do. I think he's a prime backup center in this league. Hopefully they figure out a way to bring him back. But, man, I just think, guys, I know everybody's talking about how much Wemby is going to benefit and Castle's going to benefit playing with Chris Paul, and that's very much true. But think about what it's going to do for Keldon. Think about what it's going to do for Devin Vassell. Think about what it's going to do for Jeremy Sohan. Think about what it's going to do for Champagnie. All these guys that are role players, 3-and-D guys, athletic, man, I'm telling you, man, I see us winning 40 to 45 games, man. I really, really do. I really do. I think we made some really good moves. I love the Harrison Barnes pickup. I love the Chris Paul pickup. I love the Stephon Castle draft pick, man. I love what I'm seeing with Jeremy Sohan's development. I know a week ago I was doing a video about why we should add Laurie, and I still think Laurie would be fantastic for us. I still do. But if the Utah Jazz are going to ask for the whole thing and ask for a lot, which Danny Ainge is definitely known for doing, I don't mind running it with this roster, especially with Harrison Barnes. Like I said, last time I did this video, we didn't have Harrison. Last time I did a Spurs video, we did not have Harrison Barnes on our roster. So with us having Harrison Barnes, hey, man, it'd be great to get Laurie. But if not, I like this roster. We can sit tight and wait for whatever star we think is going to be there in the future. I'm cool with it. I think this roster right now is good enough for 40 to 45 wins. You guys comment below and let me know how many wins y'all think the Spurs are capable of. I gave y'all my number. I want to hear yours. And if you think I'm way off, tell me why. If you think I'm crazy, tell me why. Let's put it in the comment section. Let's discuss. Let's chat about it. Go Spurs, go. Like, comment, subscribe. We out.